Before we talk about this insane comeback, we need to understand what was on the line. Coming into Hangtown, the 450 MX Championship was already heating up. Jet Lawrence, the defending champ, had an insane 24 moto win streak. Nobody had beaten him in an outdoor moto since he moved up to the 450 class. But Chase Sexton, he had other plans. Sexton was looking strong at the season opener at Pala, but Hangtown was his chance to really make a statement. And in Moto 1, that's exactly what he did. Jet Lawrence went down early, and Sexton took full advantage. He rode smart, consistent, and aggressive to take the win. That alone was a huge moment because it ended Jet's undefeated streak. But what happened in Moto 2, that's the stuff of legends. All right, Moto 2 kicks off, and right away things get sketchy. The track is absolutely brutal. Deep ruts, gnarly braking bumps, and rough conditions. The start is chaos, and everyone is fighting for a position. And then, boom! Sexton washes the rear end out in one of the first corners. He goes down hard, and by the time he remounts, he's dead last, 40th place. Let that sink in. 40th. At this point, most riders would be thinking, all right, let's just salvage some points, maybe break into the top 10, and called it a day. But not Chase Sexton. The dude flipped a switch and went full beast mode.
And those guys are gone, and oh, Sexton! Oh, they almost came together. That's what you call beast mode. He's came in. You can tell Jet's lingering, and Chase Sexton, he's not to be denied today. He goes up from Jason Anderson too, 2-for-1 special.
Whoa! What happens next is absolutely ridiculous. Lap after lap, Sexton starts slicing through the field like a man possessed. He's not just passing riders, he's blowing by them. 2, 3, sometimes 4 riders per lap, and he's doing it with precision. No reckless moves. Just smooth, calculated aggression. And let's talk about the track for a second. Hangtown was tough. The ruts were deep, the bumps were square-edged, and it was the kind of track that punished mistakes. But Sexton? He was floating over the bumps, railing ruts like they weren't even there, and carrying insane speed through every section. By the 10-minute mark, Sexton had already cracked into the top 20. By the halfway point, he's inside the top 10. All right, so at this point, Sexton has already passed half the field. He's inside the top 10, but now the real test begins. The guys up front aren't just mid-pack riders. These are championship contenders, factory-level racers who don't give up positions easily. If Sexton wants to win this thing, he has to fight for every single spot. First up, it's Jason Anderson. El Hombre isn't easy to pass. He's a former Supercross champ, and he knows how to fight for position. Sexton sets him up beautifully. He carries insane speed through a rough outside line, squares off the next turn, and launches past Anderson down the next straight. Boom. Into 9th place. Next, it's Dylan Ferrandis, another former 450 MX champ. Ferrandis is known for his aggressive riding style and crazy endurance. But today, Sexton is on another level. He stalks Ferrandis for a few corners, studying his lines, then dives inside with a perfectly timed block pass. Ferrandis tries a counter, but Sexton is already gone. That's another position, 8th place. Now things get interesting. Hunter Lawrence and Justin Barca are just ahead, battling for position. Sexton sees his chance and takes full advantage. He blitzes a rough section faster than both of them, closing the gap almost instantly.
This thing up. Because when he was laying on the ground in 40th place, I repeat, 40th place, he was not thinking that he was going to do this.
Instead, it has turned into an all-time ride. It's just solid.
Yeah, and shout out to Justin Cooper. Like he said, this ain't California. You don't really like California tracks, but he's right.
At this point, Chase Sexton has climbed from dead last to third place. The comeback is already legendary, but he's not done. There are 2 riders left in front of him. Justin Cooper in second and Aaron Plessinger leading the race. And here's the thing. These 2 guys aren't just going to roll over. They want this win. Sexton is going to have to earn it. Justin Cooper's running strong in second, riding smart, and holding his lines well. He knows Sexton is coming, but he's not going to make it easy. Sexton starts sizing him up, testing different lines, looking for an opening. He tries to get alongside Cooper in a long sweeper, but Cooper shuts the door. He tries again in a deep, rutted corner, but Cooper protects the inside. But Sexton isn't backing down. He rails the outside line, scrubs the next jump perfectly, and gets next to Cooper down the straight. Cooper tries to fight back, but Sexton is already ahead. Sexton takes over second place, and now there's just 1 rider left. This is it. The final battle. Chase Sexton has passed 38 riders to get here, but Aaron Plessinger is still leading. Plessinger got the whole shot, put down near-perfect laps, and has controlled this race from the start. He's been riding in the edge all moto, throwing the bike around with that loose, aggressive style. And now, he's got 1 last lap to hold off Chase Sexton. Sexton is charging. He's right on Plessinger's rear wheel now, but AP isn't letting up. The 2 riders are bar to bar, both pushing to the limit, both refusing to give in, but Sexton isn't playing it safe. He's going for it. They hit a deep rutted corner, Plessinger takes the inside, but Sexton blitzes the rougher outside line, carrying more speed. Now they're side by side. The crowd is on their feet. They launch into the final straight. Plessinger pins it, but Sexton is still gaining. Just before the finish line, he takes the win. The crowd goes absolutely crazy. Chase Sexton, from last to first.